coming through. I was excited to see it. I'm very, very surprised to see that kind of control coming through early. Now, the question is whether they can do that kind of thing to a much more consistent team with Bobby. We're looking at a scary team. Alpha 7, DRX, Redmond Kaya, Weibo game. And they kind of have that success versus them. We'll wait and see, but to start things off, that was very, very clean by the books.
Even just to get the nerves out of the way immediately as well. Like, you know, the caliber of the stage you've immediately been thrown into, mate. It's one of those where that feels so good for you compared to the outcome of losing that.
Especially because in a lot of instances, when you have that invite come through, a lot of times that team doesn't do amazingly well. But it's nice to have them here. But this is a very key team to start things off. I'm impressed. I'm impressed to start things off. Here's Regnum Kaya on your screens. Now right now, on the north side of the map, locked in a fray though. Weibo Gaming. We might just be able to get some answers nice and early. Weibo versus Regnum Kaya, how that pans out. The well-known player, Order, star-studded player, in fact, in Order. Had so much success and consistent success over the years. Order versus Silas, that could be a very, very fun matchup.
We can check in as well, of course, with our reigning champions at the minute. Alpha 7. Got Mafioso doing a bit of scouting work as well, the only player separated away. Squash, another big talking point that will develop into over the course of the event as well. See how he's performing here. Bit of a new look. It's like 25%, I think, the maths on that one, Blank.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's always been the case for Alpha 7, is just finding that fourth player. Never been easy. Squash is returning to the game after a year. Took a little bit of a hiatus from it, but they immediately had him back. Fair play. It is unfortunate to see McGrellan not in the roster though. McGrellan was a player that they had found massive success with internationally, and I thought, you know, that they would work.
बराबर आ रहा है stream में नहीं ये तो stream में Windows capture off करा दी पहले तो दो Windows capture on है.
Over at EWC, so yeah, Weibo Gaming is going to give up the chase here though. They're going to head down towards.
तो एक बार stream देख तेरा पता चलता है.
Take any casualties off the back of that one, which is good to see.
Obviously, threw the highlight out there as well towards Falcons early. You can see they've had a relatively unscathed path up to this point. Going to go for the crossing as well on the bridge here. So potentially a bit of an opportunity for a skirmish to come up. AX as well making their move in now, coming over towards Painan. Again, not really had much of
a Facecam के बाजू वाला एक और है एक छोटा.
You can see New Circle coming in and the shift for our teams here.
It's a cool shift as well on the circle. I've never ever seen a Lakawi finish in my entire time of casting PUBG Mobile. So we can go east again, end up in Lakawi. I'd be very, very happy. I think I've seen every other finish here on Sandhawk other than Lakawi. Five looks. Falcons are heading up here. I don't know how they're able to get towards this position unseen.
Man, that's an instant knock as well. Navala being able to pick up pretty big impact. It's crazy. It felt like actually with the position they were in, there must have been some kind of visual contact from it.
बराबर दिख रहा है. Full screen कर.
Two knocks. Got one back over onto the Falcon side Blank, but for what it is, a bit of a messy encounter.
I think the Fireflux, if I was looking at, I think they tried
Discord पे से drop streaming कर पहले.
And then come back down towards Cave to get together. The Falcons have been so silent on their approach, despite having the vehicle as well. So you imagine here the end, surely. And we're going to get our circle closing in just roughly 15 seconds. We're heading over towards the east side of Quarry. Now, Quarry is a big problem, Jack, for a lot of these teams. Light lines from that eastern side of Quarry that are on the higher ground looking down into Quarry. So you have to either go above on the north side or down towards the south. But it's going to funnel teams into awkward scenarios. So Falcons already taking out the majority of... It's beautiful for the Ralph! Okay!
Oh, mate. You say taking out the majority, they might actually just take them all down at this point. Being able to track them all down, they'll perfectly gets the drop on them, literally. Now, there has been a bit of a proverbial dinner bell that was rung, and that's AX on the rotate over. They would have heard some of this gunfire release, trying to at least carve a path back around. Don't want to half commit to this, seeing the Falcons are up on high.
I think it's a smart move from AX. I mean, the cave is a messy area. to try and push, try and play around, get those third parties in. You don't have exact location either. So I think for AX just a head ahead, you know, and they realize this is clean. We're not getting in contact with absolutely anybody on this rotate. So they get ahead. They sit on the edge of Quarry. And Falcons need to make a decision on how they want to play through. A lot of times on this circle, they actually shift down towards the south side here, Jackie, before moving up towards the north. So I'd be interested to see how they do play out in the next moments. 4 Thrives. They won their fight over towards Hutton versus Power earlier on. Now have come into contact with Weibo Gaming. Now, that's kind of interesting to me, right? If Weibo Gaming didn't spend so much time over towards Cow, potentially they were here a little bit sooner than 4 Thrives, but felt like the end of the game for 4 Thrives here was just to get into the circle ASAP.
So it is a bit of a split as well with the Scout. So we'll see if he can make his passage safely. The solo head count, obviously Scarface, the only man left from the squad after the cave shenanigans that we saw, tucks himself in, and then you have Easy on the long old quest. He tanked himself up, late loot, just trying to make his way down. Obviously that was Power Gaming losing absolutely everyone bar Easy in the opening few seconds.
Come on, let's head north. Let's head north on this circle. Just show me one Lukawi, please. Fun area of the map right now. You got like a lot of high ground that slopes down over towards Kampang, over towards the Kari itself. It's a little bit open on those high grounds as well. There is more buildings down towards that eastern side. Picking up the low ground early on, as you have to move out that area, is a death sentence. Playzone takes down Toshvik. Now that is interesting. I don't know how. They have really dallied on their escape out.
You cannot afford to dilly-dally. It's time to lock in. And they're going to have 2 teams ahead of them as well. So halfway forward. Toshvik on the knock. You've got Weibo as well with the damage coming over the top. Before it gets close combat here, I mean, potentially the DPS. You've got the crossfire set up just on the doorway, but it's the nade usage that could make the world of difference. A few of them have dash damage over. Dash damage over. Slight peek on the angle. This really is a dinner bell. You got the third party just on the top of the ridge as well.
I was talking about that high ground looking down to Lukawi is horrible to play against. Before Thrice, though, they just need to worry about getting backstabbed. I think Team Vision has made their way on over, unless Volt already finding T24. There's Angdon Galacticus finding Regnum Kai and the entirety of them as well. Goodness me, just waiting for them on the wings there.
Yeah, fragmented, one knock into Toshvik, everyone else just being shot at from 2 separate sides. And it really does start to crumble. This was 4 Thrives who were setting themselves up to get the third party down on top of the ridge. Like you said, they've been ran up on, and it's not looking good whatsoever. Quickly, they are dispatched. Mopped up like a spilt drink blank.
It was a great push.
Yeah.
Honestly, Volt does a huge amount of work in that instance.
Time 13, 10, 13, 11.
I think that's because they got a little bit too aggressive down towards the position early. And that is always a difficulty with taking that high ground, that your back is not protected. Aura though, no fear. Certainly feeling it now, it's a little bit. So of all teams, down towards the south side of this, actually getting slightly involved. And it's nice to see, you know, Horror getting aggressive, because it's exactly what Neptera talked about on the desk. How teams maybe see them as a bit of a passive team, but no, they've got a little bit of a bite to them.
Oh yeah. Don't want to get those hands too close, they'll bite back. It's rough for Order as well, how he set himself up. Actually quite nice with the cook on the nades. You can see he was trying to just go in for the knock, didn't expect the shot from the side, instantly downed, and then fully committed because of it.
Hey, Miramar,
I actually have a little bit more to say about this one. As well. A good read on it. Oh, hang on a minute. Alpha 7 now dropping over. Mafioso trying to bail out. Damage comes through. Quick damage on the Carrillo. There's the pre-nade as well. Oh, nearly, mate. Couldn't get it through the window.
Yeah, I mean, that's a nade you should
secret
not miss here in EWC, right? Missing those kind of nades. For Alpha 7, now they're surrounded Revo. Team Secret. They're coming over towards that building. Over towards Revo is. He's got a big task ahead of him.
It was a cook on the nade. Cast it out. Doesn't look like it's going to be on target. Vision as well, scrapping. Meanwhile, on the left-hand side of the feed, it's all kicking off. damage back down onto 4 primes. That was the replay that we had there with the real action here. Let's see how it goes.
There's 4 teams in this compound, dude. This is unbelievable. You've got Yangon Galacticos, Alpha 7, Team Secret, E-Arena, all battling for control here. I think Team Secret picked their moment very nicely. I think Team Vision maybe missed their moment there. But they could have come down slightly earlier as opposed to looking over towards this fight happening between Weibo as well as Horror Esports in Lakawi. I think DRX does have a nice spot, you know, over on this eastern side. They can stalk the opponents on the west.
Yeah, because they're picking their fights nicely as well. You know, the one thing they were able to find was good timing on it. They're not overcommitting on this one. Everyone being so closely grouped, there's a lot of potential for a big point earner the longer it goes on. A lot of chip damage being thrown out between these teams as well. Vivo going down in the meantime. Another squad eliminated. They are thrown to the wayside. It's been so rough as well. Mafio so consistent, just taking so much damage, having to tuck in. We just have an angle, smile. Be happy with that one with a peek back over. Good tag straight up. Say goodbye.
It's a good unleash over towards E-Arena. Very nice angle play. Morgan goes down after all. Maybe Team Vision didn't miss a trick after all, by the way. I think they can clean out Horror Esports. They have a very nice ability to kind of sweep on this eastern side. But I'm very, very excited to see who wins out on this compound eventually. Here's Marcelo. Again, this is what they wanted to do in the first place. Get rid of Horror Esports, then they can start to move down over towards DRX. They will cut themselves out a huge amount of space on the northeast side. And even if it goes over towards the west, they do have a scout in Never Alone, currently playing in a compound on that northwest, keeping tabs on that huge fight ongoing inside that compound that you see on your screen right now. Alpha 7, Yangon Galacticos, nice nade. Comes through again, 6 elims on the match.
Yeah, honestly, you've got to give props. Vision looking really crisp right now. That was beautiful. Great timing on it. Hang on. Going to be able to get the full commit onto this, though. Looking for a window. Obviously, wanted to get the pick back up. Couldn't do it. Aura out on the adjustment there. Good work from Vision. Topping right now the elim points. That's 8 that they're rocking with.
It's a really, really nice start. And Sandhawk is particularly good for this, Jackie, where you're able to get a big lead at the start of the day just because it encourages one team to take control. That was a nice step out from Borazin, honestly. But Devotee, the reaction speeds on that were insane.
It's a good setup for this teammate as well, the way they've read it. You play off the back of the nade. It's a good engagement, actually. Like, impressive stuff. They've been playing a relatively passive game rather than the hot drop that we saw to start off with, but rotations have been all right. The teamwork looked pretty good. Rough on the move here, though. Limited cover to work with and influence rage. They take the peak up and do get the shot back over.
If it's quite honest, like it has been hard for them. There hasn't been too many areas to jump in. I mean, Arian will get ahead here. Well, as Cyrax.
It's the easy cam. Oh, hey, that's a influence. He's literally had the backline this whole time anyway. He's been slowly making his move in, right? He's rocked up, found influence rage, and made the play. Oh, easy. 2 elim points. Can't actually turn your nose up at that, Blank.
No, you can't.
Let's see if he gets any more. I'm rooting for him.
Joker easy. Hey, bhai.
Footsteps hard.
Hey, hug diya.
Hey, I mean, he outlived 4 thrives though, so
it's really not that bad, considering that could have been literally 0 points. Yeah, you'll take it.
No, absolutely you will. They got I think a 2 off the back of that. Yeah. Nice. Yangon Galacticos will finish off Alpha 7 who get 1 pity point in terms of placements. Any other elims that came their way. Team Secret now struggling. And this has been a great setup from Vision. Honestly, this whole time. Look at this line that they've got. You can see it right there. Looking out towards Team Secret as well as Yangon Galacticos. As they leave that compound, not only will they be trying to tear shreds out of one another, but it also will be Team Vision having some pretty deadly vision their way.
Stand back as well still. From Joker onto AX as they start to make their rotation over the top. Like you say, it's a good setup from Vision, but I'm also liking what DRX are working with. Oh, hang on though. Volt still keeping the electricity going. More so than anything, right? You're going to have that relatively equal tie right now in the elimination points between both of them. Great game of how they've been keeping themselves involved. It's a nice sprint to at least have an understanding of the rotations in for DRX. Humbin was playing far further out. Nade onto the top.
Cover
Alone takes a hefty hit from that one. Got to back up a bit. Team Secret caught in the crossfire as well.
Smile finding a lot of Team Secret there, so stolen away a lot of vision, honestly, on their exit. You can see there the Yangon Galacticos 13 elims this game. An absolute galactic performance from them. Irina goes down. Iron goes down as well. That's the Yangon Galacticos. Another tag on, which takes them up to 14 elims on the first map of the day. Beautiful stuff. It's Team Falcons that I'm interested in. You know, they've had a pretty casual game. They really need to make it count now, though. The big two teams who will be going head-to-head will be DRX and Vision going forward. DRX has been very quiet, though, Jackie.
They have, yeah. This is what we were looking at, right? Kind of passive. First half fights, but they had a few off angles. It's raining down.
Funny thing, they have the circle. The Yangon Galacticos.
You know what, you are right. I mean, it's kind of awkward, right, with the split at least. A lot of damage onto them. With how many elims they've been able to rack up already.
Wow.
They're looking crisp, like, not going to lie, from the position you're in. Maybe there's still a chance to get a little bit more out of this one. Be a hell of a day if they can kick it off like this.
Falcons have to leave. Luckily for them, DRX as well as Vision just getting in contact with one another.
Here we go. Scrap starting to unfold. Damage over the top. Marcelo with the pick up, spamming into the smoke. Vehicle over the top. Nade straight onto him as well. So Vision, it's getting risky. And that's DRX with the damage being dealt. Vault suddenly clambering to pick this one back up. Meanwhile, you've got DRX from the sideline with his own pushing in, nipping at their heels. They've got to be forced further forward. The nades blank with how close to the they are. Right on target would finish them.
What are you doing? They drove their own teammates into the barrage of nades. Smile goes down. The Team Falcons now looking for the finish. But it was clean from DRX. Now looking to get all their players back up on their feet. You see a Team Falcons finish with off. It's Ralph Koa as well as Redox. Either side of the circle. Preliminary grenades going out over towards the hard cover, so you know they're working with no information.
Nades in. Stepping forward. The feet are on the ground right now. DRX. They saved themselves. Could have been misery in the previous fight. Smorgasbord of mistakes have kept them in it to win it. And Hyunbin tries to unleash. That's one clean connection back on a round. Koa low on HP. DRX dealing damage right now as the elims are racking up. In a position to close it and grab themselves a chicken dinner on the first game with the shots raining true. It's all on Redox. They need to be a clutch from the back line, and that's not going to happen. DRX will take it.
Yeah, coming to play here. It's not quite deep. Let's give a DRX.